You know, in the world of massive infrastructure projects, there's a huge gap between a plan on paper and a finished asset out in the field. So today, we're going to break down the career of an executive who has spent over 15 years absolutely mastering the art of bridging that exact gap. Okay, let's just start with a number. $100 million. Now get this, that's not a project value or some company valuation. That is the annual revenue of an energy services company that one person, by himself, built, scaled, and led right from the ground up. And that person is Kevin Pomerleau. He's the executive who has time and time again turned these incredibly complex plans into actual operational reality. He's proven himself as a leader who doesn't just strategize, he executes.
So, the big question is, how does he do it? Well, it all starts with a deep, hands-on mastery of complex execution. We're talking about the real nuts and bolts of building and maintaining America's most critical infrastructure.
And what's really fascinating here is just the sheer breadth of his expertise. I mean, this isn't just one little niche. He has managed the entire life cycle of these critical assets, from actually building the transmission lines that power our cities, to clearing the land for huge pipeline right-of-ways, and even leading massive disaster response efforts after major hurricanes.
And this slide, it says it all. It really shows the level of trust he's earned. Come on, you don't get to work with the biggest names in the energy business or with federal agencies like FEMA and the Department of Energy unless you have a rock-solid, proven track record of delivering, no matter what the challenge is.
Which, of course, brings us to the crucial question. This isn't about one lucky project. It's about building a machine that can deliver excellence again and again and again. So how do you actually build that machine?
Well, the answer isn't buried in some fancy logistics software. It's much simpler. It's in the people. The real engine behind world-class execution is an elite team.
For him, this is the absolute foundation for everything else. His entire strategy for scaling a business and for executing flawlessly, it all comes down to one core belief. You build an exceptional team.
And when we say build, we're talking about building at serious scale. That number, 1,600, represents the size of the field and enterprise teams he has personally led. And let me tell you, managing a team of that size takes a whole lot more than charisma. It requires a system.
And this is his playbook. Just look at the sequence here. It all starts with getting the right leaders in the door. Once you have that leadership, you establish a culture of safety, which in this industry is absolutely non-negotiable. Next, you lock down the finances with rigorous controls. And only after those first three pillars are rock solid, that's when you can push for strategic, risk-managed growth. This isn't just some checklist. It's a proven, repeatable system for scaling securely.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This quote from his own executive summary really says it all. It's a documented, proven ability to lead the people who get the work done in the field for some of the world's most demanding clients. So when you put all of this together, you take the hands-on expertise and you add the systematic team building, what do you get? You get a career defined by true CEO-level leadership, the kind that's perfectly positioned for the future of infrastructure.
And across his different roles as CEO, you see the same pattern. He commands the entire enterprise. That means full profit and loss responsibility, managing massive fleets of heavy equipment worth over $100 million, and mastering everything from contract negotiation to the supply chain. He's proven he can run the whole organization from the very top to the very bottom.
This all boils down to a core philosophy you could call risk-managed growth. It's the idea that true, sustainable growth isn't just about getting bigger. It's about getting bigger and stronger by baking safety, compliance, and financial discipline right into the DNA of the company.
And today, he channels all that experience into advising the next generation of infrastructure leaders. This quote says it perfectly. He now guides developers and investors, helping them use these same exact principles in their own companies. He's teaching others the playbook that he perfected.
So, as we look to a future that's going to demand more complex and resilient infrastructure than ever before, it leaves us with one final big question. Who is going to lead the builders? Well, the answer seems pretty clear. It's going to be leaders who have not only seen the plans, but have actually lived the execution.